A couple of weeks ago, I posted an Instagram reel that kind of went viral here locally in Montreal. I posted a reel about doing a 3 kilometer hike on Mont Saint-Bruno. And the reason why that reel went semi-viral is because I took public transit to get there. It took me 2 hours and a half to get there and then 2 hours and a half to get back to Montreal. I don't currently own a car, and people were just so shocked that you can go on such beautiful nature hikes within close proximity to Montreal through public transit. Now, Montreal itself is not really known for hiking. It's known for a lot of really good things: culture, food, art, music, but nature and hiking isn't one of them. I know we have Mount Royal in the middle of the city. It's gorgeous, really good for trail running. If you're into that, I do that there sometimes. But I lived in Vancouver for the majority of my life, and coming from a place like Vancouver where we have the most beautiful mountains in all of Canada, it doesn't really compare to anything I've seen in Montreal in terms of hiking or nature. In this video, I'm going to give you all the directions that I took to get to Mont Saint-Bruno through public transit, my favorite hikes and loops on Mont Saint-Bruno, as well as other hikes around the Montreal area that I like doing, and some that I want to do in the future. So one thing to know first is that Mont Saint-Bruno during the winter season is actually a skiing slash snowboarding mountain. So I feel like compared to the mountains that I've experienced in Vancouver, Mont Saint-Bruno would be the closest thing in proximity to that. So I'm based out of Verdun. To get to Mont Saint-Bruno from Verdun, I took the regular metro. I took the green line to Berry-UQAM to switch over to the yellow line. So wherever you are in Montreal, just take the regular metro to Barrie and then find your way to the yellow line. From there, I took the yellow line to the last stop, which is Longueuil. And from the Longueuil metro station, I waited about 15 to 20 minutes to get bus 99. Now you have to time this correctly with the timing of bus 99 because bus 99 is not a frequent bus. I think it comes every hour. So if you don't time this correctly, you might be waiting a whole extra hour for the bus to come. From there, bus 99 took approximately 45 minutes to an hour, I want to say, and it dropped me off on an intersection of La Salle and another street that I know I'm gonna butcher the name of because I don't speak French, so I'm gonna put it on the screen here, but it was kind of in a residential neighborhood. From there, I walked 15 to 20 minutes to get to the front of Mont Saint-Bruno. Now, Mont Saint-Bruno is a national park, so you do have to pay a $10 fee when you get there. When you get to the Mont Saint-Bruno entrance, you're gonna walk a little bit to see the parking lots where all the cars park. Honestly, just follow one of the cars that's driving through there, and then you'll see the little booth where you have to pay the entrance fee. I went there on a weekend the last time that I went there, which is what I posted on my Instagram reels, and I left my place in Verdun at around, I want to say, 8 a.m. The entire trip to get there took me 2.5 to 3 hours, and then the way back home also took me around the same time, 2.5 to 3 hours. So I was back home by around like 3:34 p.m. I want to say. The exact hike that I did there was a 3 kilometer hike called the Grand Duke Loop. It's only an hour and a half depending on your speed. Super chill, not a hard hike at all. Very, very easy. You can find it on all trails with the directions of how to get there and the length of the loop so that you don't get lost. I highly recommend downloading all trails before you get there so that you can have the offline version of the map to the trail. Mont Saint-Bruno does have other hikes there that are more intermediate to hard. One that I want to do next there is a 7 kilometer lake trail hike. I'm going to put the name of it on the screen because it's also in French and I know that I'm not going to pronounce it well. Now, for somewhere closer to Montreal that doesn't take that much of a time commuting, I would highly recommend doing the tour of Nuns Island. So it's basically like a walking hike, super easy, not uphill at all, where you're going around all the perimeter of Nuns Island by the water. It's also very forested, super beautiful. I actually recently did it as a trail run as part of my training for a marathon. Ran the entire loop. It's 10 kilometers. I did it twice. it's genuinely so beautiful and so easy to get to. It's also very well maintained, so if you're a biker, I highly recommend biking there. It doesn't feel like you're on the island or in the city because it is very surrounded by nature from all areas once you're actually on the loop path. So I know there are many beautiful hikes on Mont-Tremblant, but I don't know if you can get to Mont-Tremblant with public transit. I feel like you need a car to get there. I actually just opened Google Maps to see if you can get to Mont-Tremblant with public transit, and you actually can. It recommends that you leave at midnight and get there at 7 a.m. the next day. I personally don't want to sleep on a night bus or be on public transit that late at night, but if you're up to that challenge, there's a way to get there without a car. A lot of people on my Instagram reel were commenting that I should do like a hiking community where we all go as a group on these hikes. It's something that I'm really considering, especially now that the weather in Montreal is super beautiful. Let me know if this is something that you could potentially be interested in down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, thumbs it up and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I love nature and I try to post about nature and hiking and just being outdoors as much as possible. So make sure to check out my other videos. I was recently in Guatemala hiking Volcan Artenango, and that was one of the highlights of my year, so make sure to check that video out if you're interested in those kind of adventures as well.